The Grayson County Lady Cougars are back at home for the first time in the year 2024, taking on a rival from the 4th region as the Warren East Lady Raiders make the trip to Grayson County High School. These two teams met back just 10 days ago. Lady Cougars lost their leading scorer early. Didn't go their way, but that was then. This is now. You never know what could happen in the friendly confines of the Cougar Den. And a good evening and welcome here to Grayson County High School for tonight's coverage of Cougar basketball on K105. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. And Stephen, 10 days ago, these two teams played. Didn't go Grayson County's way, but as they say, that's why you play the game. You never really know what could happen.
Yeah, it definitely is. In that first game, the first matchup, they shot it really well. Several of them were hit several threes. So you would hope tonight we would be able to look back and learn from that game, maybe throw out some different defenses and see what happens.
Coming up on our pregame show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Coach Mike McClintock, and give you the starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on the Lady Raiders of Warren East. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. Warren East 12-2. It's one of the best seasons they've had in quite a few time. 2-1 in the 15th district. They're coming off of a win last time out against Barron County, 51-43. That was the first time they'd beaten the Trojanettes since 2008 and snapped Barron County's 35-game district win streak. Barron County has dominated that district for years, and Warren East ended that on Friday evening. These two teams played 10 days ago at Logan County. And Stephen, I know you were sending me text updates, and you sent me one text. The first text I received from you was not a text I wanted to receive because I think it said it's 15-0. And Warren East opened the game on a 17-0 run last time.
Yeah, it's always tough, Sam, when you spot a team 17 to get started in the game. And unfortunately, sometimes once it's lopsided like that to begin with, you never get in a flow and you're never able to come back from that.
And it doesn't help when Sydney Perkins, your leading scorer, gets hurt early on in that game as well.
Sure.
The leading scorer for Warren East is Sam Carver. She averages 10.1 points a game, but it's hard to really call her a leading scorer. Technically she is, but they're really spread out. Kennedy Lawson, 9.8 points per game. Ray Ellen Jones, 8.1. Lydia Jones, 8.8. Madison Lawson, 8.9. And if you're wondering, didn't you just say Lawson and Jones? Yes, no, your five of your leading scorers, 4 of your 5 leading scorers are Jones, Lawson. Great. And then, of course, Grayson County, one of their leading scorers is Jones as well. So it's the best time for a broadcaster.
Yeah, I assume the Jones girls are sisters too, but I know the Lawsons are twins.
Yes, you can tell just looking at them.
And can't tell them apart, or I can't, but both of them had really good games in the other time that we matched up against them. It'll be key that we get on them early, get somebody in front of them, don't let them get off quick shooting, and hopefully be able to contain them early on and come out. It would be hard to have a worse start than we had the first time.
Lady Cougars won 3 of their last 4. The lone loss was to Warren East. We'll take a break coming up, and we'll introduce you to them after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett and Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett and Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on the Lady Raiders of Warren East. 7-5 record for this Grayson County team. They are technically 0-1 in the 12th district. Now you might be saying, Sam, didn't you just say they played Butler County and won? Yes, but since that game was in a holiday tournament, it doesn't technically count towards the district standings. So that'll be just something to keep it up. Now on Friday, when the Lady Bears come, that one actually counts on Friday evening. Sydney Perkins leading scorer for Grayson County, 15.2 points, 4 rebounds a game. But for me, Stephen, the player that has come on a lot over these last couple of games is Sutton Van Meter. She's been playing very well. Sydney went down with that injury in the Logan County tournament, and it almost might have been I hate to call it a blessing in disguise, but in a way it helped Sutton really break out.
Sutton did get a few more looks in that game than maybe she possibly would have gotten had Sydney been in the game, and really took advantage of it. I was looking at the stats today. I think she was maybe 6 of 11 from 3 in that game. Ended up with 20-something points.
Career high 24 against Butler County, yes.
Yeah, and then had a couple pretty good looks and made, I don't remember what she scored Friday night. I think maybe, I don't know if she's
13.
13. So, yeah, I think it'll be crucial for the second half of our season that Sutton picks up her scoring, gets back to where she left off last year.
Grayson County is coached by Coach Mike McClintock. We'll take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by Coach Mike McClintock from the Grayson County Lady Cougars. Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by Coach Mike McClintock from the Grayson County Lady Cougars. Coach, it's been a few minutes since we've talked last. You had a game last Friday against Apollo, 4-point win. What did you see from your team?
Well, we started out real well, and then we kind of, backed off a little bit and made some mistakes, but we got it going when it counted, and they're late in the game.
What have you been focusing on in practice? Because it's been about 2 weeks since we've last talked.
Well, we've been working on our man-to-man defense, especially for tonight. Then we've been working on some press stuff, getting ready for other games coming up. But man-to-man is really important tonight and rebounding.
I want to take you back to that holiday tournament at Logan County. Early in this game against Warren East, Sydney got hurt. And you had to play without her then again that entire game, and then again the entirety of the Butler County game. Right. You never want to play without your leading scorer, But is it almost a good thing that your team had to go through going without her in a game that meant nothing?
Well, I believe so, because other people had to step up, and they did, but they're such a good team. I mean, Sydney was sitting down there on the bench with us, cheering them on and everything. But I think it was a good thing, because some other kids got some confidence in themselves.
One of those players was Sutton Van Meter, and her offensively over these last couple of games, she's really stepped up. What does that do to you all?
Well, it gives us another weapon to score. She does most of the ball handling, and she's a great defensive player, and she's a great kid to coach. But I think what she's really worked on. We've been doing a lot more shooting drills in practice, and I think it's paying off for her.
One of your two seniors this year is Allie Jennings. She didn't play last year. She's coming back, and you can see her really getting back into the swing of varsity play. How have you seen her grow over these last 6 weeks or so?
Well, she's really improved. She's hitting the boards hard. She's a real good free throw shooter. So getting the ball inside to her where maybe she can get a foul and on somebody and go to the line, because she's been hitting them.
You played this Warren East team 10 days ago, and it didn't necessarily go your way. There's no other way to put it than that. How do you balance remembering that game but yet forgetting that game when you play them here today?
Well, we started out in the zone down there, which was the dumbest thing I could do, and they hit some quick threes and got out to a 17-0 lead, and we come back on them, and the final 3 quarters, me and Coach Jones was talking before the game tonight, was we played them pretty even. But we just let them get off to a good start, and that's on me, because the defense we came out in just wasn't ready for their three-point shooting.
What do you remember about the players and the team as a whole, and what have you learned since that point about this Warren East team?
Well, they're good. They're really good. They handle the ball well. They play good defense. They take away your cuts, and that day they shot the ball real well. So they averaged 5 3-pointers a game, and they had 2 girls get 10 between them, and that was it. But they hit them all early in the game, got us down, and we just had to battle back the whole night.
I know I was listening to my interview with Coach Johnston prior to this game last year, earlier today, and I asked him this same question, and it can really stand out the same, is how challenging is it to game plan for a team when they have a bunch of players that are averaging right around the same amount of points, whereas compared to a team like Carlisle County or Hart County or even Edmondson, where you're game planning for a leading scorer?
It makes it tough, because that day they just had 2 girls. they had 3 in double figures. They had one 22, one with 12, and one with 10, but they're the ones that's their leading scorers now that you're talking about, like 10, 10, 9, 9, 8. So, it's tough, because they've got different ways to score.
How do you pull off a big upset and end their 9-game winning streak tonight?
Take care of the ball, rebound, and play good, solid defense.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Locker Room Show after this.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors this storm. Move to the following counties therefore should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor, but I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, Your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on the Lady Raiders of Warren East. Very quickly, we will bring you the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Warren East Lady Raiders, Lydia Jones, Sam Carver, Kennedy Lawson, Madison Lawson, and Riley Jones will be the starting lineup for Warren East. The Lady Raiders will be without Ray-Ellen Jones. The senior who averages 8 points a game is not going to play tonight. For Grayson County, the starting lineup for the Lady Cougars, 8th grade guard number 5, Bree Jones, averages 9.4 points a game. Sydney Perkins, the senior, averages 15.2 points a game. Sutton Van Meter, the junior, 9 points a game. Allie Jennings, the senior, number 24, 2.1 points a game. And Isabel Blanton, 4.8 points a contest. Grayson and Warren East comes up next on K105.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes,
We get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
Grayson County and Warren East about ready to roll here. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith. Stephen, very quickly, you heard Coach Max Keys. What do you want to see tonight?
Yeah, I was just thinking that exact thing. What he said, take care of the ball and rebound.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple, and you might have a shot to pull off a big upset. Grayson and Warren East is next, only on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
if pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. Because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Morning and Warren East about ready to roll here. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. Stephen, I like Brian Payton. He's got himself like a little mixer now, so he's able to play music, and he's gone with Sandstorm. And it's one of those songs that even if you don't know the song, you probably know it when you hear it.
The riff.
What's funny about this is, since we've got a couple of seconds here before the game begins, is that song was always on the anti-playlist at my high school dances. because it would always create a mosh pit.
Gotcha.
So it would be funny. We would take gentlemen's wagers on as to how long it would take the song to play before the principal would shut it off. And I think we made it to the drop once, which is about 24 seconds in. It's time for basketball in Litchfield between the Grayson County Lady Cougars and the Warren East Lady Raiders. Jennings versus Jones to jump. The opening tip is controlled by the Lady Raiders of Warren East, who opened up against Grayson County 10 days ago on a 17-0 run. Inside pass deflected and taken away by Sutton Van Meter for Grayson County. And Van Meter's going to flip it off to Blanton. Blanton gives it off to the right side to Perkins. Deep right side three. It's off to the right. Rebound. Nice one. At first ripped down by Jones. It's out of bounds off of her, and it's going to head towards Warren East.
Yeah, Bree went up really strong there with both hands. I thought they must have popped it out from the bottom. I thought she was going to come down with it.
Immediately, though, I like the start. 20 seconds in.
A steal and a good look.
And almost a great offensive rebound as well. Up at the top of the key, it's Sam Carver, their leading scorer. Again, you've got two Joneses, two Lawsons, and Carver on the floor for Warren East right now. That is Kennedy Lawson with it. Gives it up to the top of the key to Sam Carver. Off to the left wing, spinning around is Madison Lawson. She drives in the lane, throws up kind of an awkward shot, and gets the roll on the interior. Madison Lawson, when these two teams played back 10 days ago, only had 2 points, but 11 assists. She made her mark in the game in other ways.
Yeah, I read an article about that they were interviewing them.
We got a steal up on the far side of the court. It is Carver driving in. She stops looking for help and crossing to Lawson and gives it off to her sister and twin, Madison Lawson in the three, and then Kennedy Lawson in the three, and the corner is missed. Offensive rebound, put back. Carver's got it on the inside.
Yeah, I was reading an article about her that they had interviewed her after that Logan County tournament that they ended up winning. And they were asking about her scoring because she didn't score that much and just really showing some maturity. She said, well, my team didn't need me to score that much in those games. I was dishing it, getting a lot of assists.
Carver's free throw is missed off to the left. Jennings got the rebound. That foul was called on Perkins, her first and the team's first. 4-0 Warren East. 6:40 left here in the opening quarter of play. Jones has it in between the circles for Grayson County. That's Bree Jones. Left wing Perkins gets it off to the top of the key, swings it off right side now to Jones. It's Grayson County team 7-5 record. They have won 2 straight, 3 to the last 4. The one loss in that stretch to Warren East. They played pretty well in that Logan County tournament. Did Grayson County. An 18-foot jumper from the top of the key is missed by Blanton. Rebounded though by Bree Jones for Grayson County. Jones on the left wing up in between the circles to Van Meter. He's going to dial up the offense for Grayson County. Got a man-to-man defense for Warren East to open up in those blue jerseys with gold numerals. Perkins up top, bounce pass to Van Meter in between the circles. Offense kind of out of sorts here early on for Grayson.
Yeah, a little bit stagnant. It's good to see them moving the ball and turning over the
Jones
side
drives
of the floor.
in, flips it up, and doesn't quite get the shot off. But the reason she didn't get the shot off is because she was fouled on the inside by Warren East. Foul is called on Lydia Jones. That is her first and the team's first, and Bree Jones will go to the line. Jones fouls Jones. Assistant coaches for Grayson County are Elena Jones and Brian Jones.
Jones blocks out.
Jones fouls
Lawson.
Jones while Jones looks on, and other Jones is in the stands.
Yeah. It is good to see, Sam, that they didn't force anything on that possession there. They moved the ball pretty good and didn't take any bad shots, so that's a good sign as well.
Bree Jones goes 1 of 2 from the line. Allie Jennings gets the offensive rebound. Blanton, aggressive take to the hole, misses it, gains her own shot, though, off to the right wing to Bree Jones. She thought about the shot, gets it inside to Van Meter, who fades it away, misses a shot. It was partially blocked. Jennings with another loose board. Blanton on the interior is fouled by Carver, her first, team's second.
Really good to see us going to the offensive glass really hard there.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds, it's about 3 or 4 already today.
Already, yeah, so that's good to see. Just looking out on the court, it looks like most positions we may be a little bit taller than they are.
We have a book issue. Now we're good. Your officials for today's games, James Richardson, Joe Jeffries, and Mitchell Butler. Up top, pass deflected and taken away by Carver. Not a great pass by Jennings, and Carver's going to come away with a takeaway. She breaks the timeline right at the logo. Off to the right side to Lawson, who drives in off the left side. Too hard for Madison Lawson. Allie Jennings with another rebound for Grayson County. Flips it off to Van Meter, curling through Van Meter. Free throw line jumper in transition. The bank is not open. Rebounded by Carver, and then she's fouled from behind. No, I think they're going to call jump ball. They're going to call jump ball, Grayson County ball. That probably should have been a foul on Allie Jennings. But, hey.
Like we always say, the only opinions that matter are the guys in the striped shirt, and he saw a jump ball.
Allie did have decent position, at least grabbing that ball and making contact. I thought they might have called a foul on that. Up in between the circles to Van Meter, fires down to Jennings. Shots up, missed on the inside, rebounded by Kennedy Lawson for Warren East. Lawson right up the middle. She was the leading scorer when these two teams played, scored a career-high 22 points. Left side three by Carver, pops in and out. Rebounded by Grayson County's Sydney Perkins. Perkins angles it back, gives it off in between the circles now to Van Meter. Van Meter at the top of the key, right side to Jones, guarded by Carver. Jones drives in, flips it around, fade away, missed from 7 feet. Rebound on the floor by Lydia Jones. An outlet pass running down the floor, layup left side, good by Kennedy Lawson. Her first points of the game, 6-1. Warren East leads, 4:30 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something with twins or not, but you can tell that they've played a lot of basketball with each other, and they know where the other one's going to be.
At all times.
Yep.
Left wing Jones for Grayson County, guarded by Carver. On the left side, Jones, they came with a double team. Leave Van Meter alone in the three. She can't put it in. Long rebound, out of bounds off of Grayson County.
You know, those first 2 or 3 threes that they've missed here early on, they were making those in the first matchup a few days ago. So a little bit more hopeful for the Cougars that they're not making everything that they throw up just yet.
Kiani Collins comes into the game, 2.7 points, 3.1 rebounds a game this season for the Lady Raiders. She's a rebounding specialist, though. When she comes in, the pass deflected and taken away, goes into the hands of Jones. Outlet pass to Van Meter. Van Meter curls back towards the near side. Left wing, Perkins thought about the three. Now will drive it in. The take off the glass. The bank's open for Sydney Perkins. And Lady Cougars have their first shot from the field. It's in, 6-3. Warren East on top by 3. 3:40 left in the first quarter.
Good take by Sydney right there. Stayed within herself when she got the first opening, laid it up. Good to see.
Riley Jones hands it off to Carver. Off to the right side to Lydia Jones. Driving in, off, stepping it off, and we got to have a walk on that left side by Collins. 6-3, 3:27 left in the first quarter of play. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you today.
Better start than last time.
That is true. It's hard to be much worse.
It was about 12-0 at this time.
Left wing three by Perkins for the tie. Got it! Perkins has 5 of Grayson's 6, and we're all knotted up at 6 here with 3:10 left in the first quarter of play. This Warren East team, 9 straight wins. They hadn't had a win streak entering this streak longer than 5 since the 2017-18 season. And we're going to have a foul on the inside called on Grayson County. It'll be called on Jennings. That is going to be her first and the team's second.
Yeah, it did look like Allie may have gotten over her back a little bit there. The girl was doing a good job of keeping the ball away from where she could get it. She probably did come over her back some.
But that win streak in the 17-18 season, they won 7 straight that year. Pass deflected all out of bounds off of Perkins. They're looking to win 10 straight games for the first time since January 1999. It's been a while since this Warren East team has been on a run just like this, and they're playing really well. Collins' turnaround jumper in the lane is missed. Blankton with a rebound for Grayson County, looking to push up the far side of the floor. Collins in chase. Blankton, the take off the right side, little too long. Carver with the rebound. What a take, though, by Blankton.
Yeah.
She just couldn't put it in.
She did exactly what she should have done. You keep going.
3 far side by Warren East is a little too long. Perkins with the rebound for Grayson, and then is fouled from behind by Kinsey Upton for Warren East, her first team's third.
Yeah, you don't want to fault Isabel at all. She kept going until they stopped her. They didn't stop her, didn't get the ball to fall, but she kept going and laid it up, and hopefully those will start falling.
Madison Lawson back into the game for Warren East. Ella Narvaez doesn't quite get to the table in time to come in and what would have been Grayson County's first substitution. Perkins swings it off into the near corner to Blankton, picks it up 15 feet near side, too long, rebound, Jennings saves it in bounds, and they're going to say out of bounds off of Warren East. I guess when they were fighting over the ball, Madison Lawson's foot was on the baseline.
We'll take
Allie
it.
Jennings is going to come out. Narvaez will come in for her. Narvaez, 2.8 points, just under 5 rebounds a game. So we mentioned Ella's good at doing the little things.
Absolutely. Got a great nose for the ball.
Top of the key, Van Meter into the corner to Perkins. 3 is up for the lead. Off the back of the iron, Narvaez immediately with a rebound. Up top to Van Meter. Give Perkins another chance on the left side. The bank is open for Sydney Perkins. 8 points for Perkins. 9-6, Grayson County on top. 2:04 left in the first quarter of play.
You know, it makes you think, Sam, they didn't have a whole lot of film on Sydney. I can imagine they've watched other films where Sydney shot it well, but she's getting some good looks here early on.
Sydney usually shoots it better at home anyways. Foul at the free throw line, whistled on Blanton. That'll be her first, team's third. Immediately, though, I think you're seeing good defense. But to me, the thing that's standing out the most about this Grayson County team is rebounding. They're rebounding at a high level today, and this is going up against a Warren East team that's one of the best rebounding teams in the state. Left wing Collins for the Lady Raiders. She kicks it off to the right side to Carver. 3 is a little bit short. Perkins with another loose board for Grayson County. Flips it off to Van Meter. Outlet pass to Jones down the near side of the floor. No look pass to Blanton in the corner. 3 is partially blocked and rebounded on the inside by Lawson for Warren East. Bounce pass into the near corner to Kennedy Lawson. She drives, she loses. Okay, for a second when the official was saying, it was deflected, and I was going to say if he was going to say deflected by Grayson, I wasn't going to agree. You said it was directed by Warren East. Timeout on the floor taken by Warren East. 1:30 left in the first quarter. It's 9-6. Lady Cougars on top. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Grayson County on top, 9-6, minute 30 left in the first quarter of play. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you, and Jenny Neville, the head coach for Warren East, her 5th season, 52-69 overall. She called the timeout to talk to her team, and I'm sure Coach Mike McClintock is probably pretty pleased.
Yeah, I think so, and even a couple shots that we missed have been good shots. Just a bad roll on a time or two, but really, really good energy on the team right now, and glad to see it.
Kennedy Green into the game for Grayson County out of this timeout. The ball goes into Bree Jones. She's being guarded by Carver, the 8th grader. Carver picks her pocket, though, on the left wing. Carver goes one-on-one, crosses it off to the right side to Lawson. Back up top now to Carver. Inside, wide open on the left block. The basket is good on the inside by Kenzie Upton. Kind of an out-of-sorts offensive possession, but they ended up leaving Upton alone. Outlet pass running down into it is Perkins on that far side of the floor. Jones led her like a wide receiver. Right side Jones into the far corner to Green, driving in, pass to the interior, tried to get it to Narvaez, and a foul's called on Collins for Warren East, her first, team's 4th. Jenny Neville not necessarily loved that call, but she's asking Mitchell Butler the explanation right now. Up top to Van Meter. In between the circles to Jones, inside to Green, gets it to Narvaez, who pulls up from 7 feet, too hard. Rebounded by Warren East. Outlet pass to Madison Lawson, goes back towards the middle on the left wing, gives it off to Kennedy Lawson. Left wing 3, good for the lead rather. Kennedy Lawson's got 5 points. Warren East has got the lead back now at 11-9. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Little 5-0 run out of this timeout. In between the circles to Green. Left wing Van Meter. Swings it off deep on the right side to Narvaez. Narvaez will drive in on the take, loses it, and it goes right into the hands, and now she's going to be called for a foul, and that's just a bad luck foul.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see as a coach. You said coming out of that timeout, the coach for Warren East called a timeout, and they've come off and rattled off, 5 in a row here. So she must have got their attention. Cecilia
Murder comes into the game for Warren East. 6'1" center, averages 2.1 points and 1.4 rebounds a game. 15 seconds and counting to play in the first quarter. Gotta imagine the Lady Raiders will want to hold for the final shot here. Right side to Kennedy Lawson. Guarded by Van Meter. They give it into Collins. She spins with 5 seconds, spins back with 4 seconds. The fadeaway is missed. Rebounded by Warren East on the inside. Loose ball. No shot. 11-9 at the end of the first quarter is the Warren East lead. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm. Move the following counties their portion sequence.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
Lady Cougars of Grayson on top 11-9 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. And Stephen, you saw that last 90 seconds went to Warren East. The first 90 seconds went to Warren East, but the middle 5 minutes went to Grayson. So now the question is which way does the second quarter go?
Well, you heard the Coach Mack in the pregame talking about after that first quarter, we kind of played them even through the rest of the game. So hopefully we'll see more of that tonight.
Little ball fake by Lydia Jones as Warren East starts with the ball left to right on the radio dial here in the second quarter. They have the 11-9 advantage. Right side, Carver. Off to the left wing to Kennedy Lawson. Up top to Carver, giving it back in between the circles. Right side to Lydia Jones. And you've got two Joneses, two Lawsons on the floor for Warren East. Back to the left side to Riley Jones. Up top, Kennedy Lawson swings it off left wing to Madison Lawson. Carver in between the circles, 7:20 left in the first half of play. Grayson County, good defensive possession as Warren East has not been able to get it to the inside at all. Jones on the right wing, Green right in her face. To the top of the key to Lawson. Handoff pass now to Kennedy Lawson. Back now to Carver. Three, right side, missed. It's an air ball. Missed there by Kennedy Lawson. And Perkins gets another loose board for Grayson County. That's about 5 rebounds for Sydney Perkins already in this game.
Yes.
Jones, though, loses the ball at the half-court line. Taken away by Carver. Down the right side, Carver shot left short. Rebound put back too hard. The third chance is now going to be a foul called on Van Meter for Grayson County. Mike McClintock tried to plead the case that it was all ball.
Yeah, you really hate to see that right there because you had 3 Warren East girls get back down the floor before we had the second one show up. Just got out-hustled on that play.
Riley Jones to the line where she is a 40% free throw shooter. If there is one thing that this Warren East team struggles with, it is free throws. 52.3% as a team. Jones, we mentioned 4D%, but that first one good for Riley Jones. Jones, 325 average on the softball team, 3 dingers and 27 RBIs. That Warren East softball team last year didn't make the region tournament, but over these last about 10 years, just rolling. Both free throws good by Riley Jones. She sure didn't look like a 40% free throw shooter on those two. Makes it 13-9 Warren East.
No, both of those look pretty good.
Allie Jennings and Peyton Bowman into the game for Grayson County. You got Van Meter, Blanton, Bowman, Jennings, Perkins on the floor for the orange and blue of Grayson County. Van Meter into the middle to Jennings. Bounce pass right back to Van Meter. 13-9. Grayson County still looking for their first points of this second quarter of play. Bowman thought about the three twice. Finally takes it, misses it. Jennings had the rebound, but it's ripped away by Carver for Warren East. Lady Raiders have numbers. Carver bounce pass down the right side to Jones, who recovers on the right side. Riley Jones gets the basket.
Yeah, I think Peyton maybe talked herself out of that one. She should have shot the first time.
Sometimes it's better not to think.
Yep, just let it fly.
She's a good shooter, too. In between the circles, Van Meter doesn't take the screen, drives in, floater from 7 feet in the lane, it's missed. Rebound picked up by Jones, and we're going to have a jump ball that will keep possession with Grayson County. That's right, because Warren East started with the ball here in the second quarter. For some reason, my brain was telling me that Grayson County started with the ball in the second quarter, but it is going to stay with Grayson County here. 15-9, Warren East on top. Lady Raiders are now on a 9-0 run, dating back to the end of the last quarter. You just need a bucket.
Those are the type of runs that you can't afford when you're playing a team like this that has the capability of shooting it as well as they do, because they can put it away pretty quick.
Right side, Blanton. Spinning around in the lane. Bounce pass back up top to Bowman. In between the circles to Van Meter. Left wing Perkins, 5:50 left in the first half. 15-9, Warren East on top of Grayson County. Lady Raiders looking for their 10th straight win, which would be their longest streak since 1999. Inside to Bowman. In the lane, the double team comes, and a foul from behind is going to be whistled on Kenzie Upton, her second, team's first. I actually don't think that was a bad call. She did make a little contact going for the ball on the right forearm.
Yeah, could have probably went either way, but glad that the call did go our way.
Breland Wardlow comes into the game here for Warren East. 1.5 points, 2.3 rebounds per game. Wardlow, very quick, not afraid to take the ball up the floor. I noticed that during the JV game when we were watching earlier. Perkins got to get it in, gets it off to the left side to Blanton. Guarded by Lawson, off to Jennings on the right side. Bounce pass up top to Van Meter, back now to Jennings. Jennings up top to Blanton. Lawson immediately puts the hand in the face to back out in between the circles now to Blanton. Would it be against maybe a timeout here if you're Mike McClintock? I don't know that the offense is, you're seeing a lot of passing around the outside.
Yeah, Warren East is doing a pretty good job of closing out. We're making some pretty good cuts.
Three by Perkins, top of the key, got it!
Good.
And Sidney Perkins says, hey Sam, we don't need a timeout.
Yeah, that'll help.
15-12, that ends the 9-0 Warren East run. And I mean, just like that, they had a 9-0 run and you're down 3. Like it almost withstands that, as you don't have a lot to worry about here in this realm. You're right back in the game. Wardlow bobbles the pass up top, bobbles it a second time, goes into backcourt, and that'll be over and back as Perkins never did make contact with the ball. Good call there by the officials.
You know, we were talking about some of Coach Mack's pregame comments. Take care of the ball. I know we've had a few turnovers, not a ton, and rebound. And so far, that's proven to be pretty good for us.
Yep, rebounding. Grayson County probably is the rebounding edge
Yeah,
right now.
I would think so.
In between the circles to Van Meter, 15-12. Lady Cougars down by 3. Sidney Perkins has 11 points here in this first half of play. Right side, Van Meter feeds it into the post to Blanton. Blanton spins towards the baseline, off the glass. Oh, it doesn't fall. Gets her own miss, though, does Blanton. Blanton off the right side, gives it another try and puts it in on the right side.
Good job there by Isabel, not giving up, coming on around under and getting the offensive rebound, gets rewarded with the putback.
She's had a couple of really aggressive takes in this game and finally gets rewarded with the points. 15-14, 1-point game now. Into the corner, 3 is up by Lydia Jones, and right there is the 3 put in by Warren East, and that's probably not the sign that you want. Lydia Jones had a double-double in their win against Barron County last week. It's their first win against Barron County since 2008. Jennings' pass on the inside is taken away by Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson inside, right through the hands of Riley Jones.
Probably the right idea there. Just threw it maybe a little bit too far in front of her. But that's what you want your guards to do, is move the ball up the court and get it into the hands of the shooters.
18-14, Grayson County trails Warren East by 4 points with 3:52 left here in this first half of play. Van Meter up the far side of the floor. Doesn't really take the screen from Jennings. Instead, we'll do a little flip pass back to Blanton. Jennings on the right wing. Got some movement happening on the inside to Perkins. Perkins at the volleyball line. Left wing Blanton. Blanton back now to Bowman. She's got to be fine with Sidney as she bobbles the pass, saves it inbounds, and it's going to be run down in the backcourt by Wardlow. Wardlow then loses it, and that allows Grayson County's defense to catch back up to it. On the right side, it goes Madison Lawson. Pass inside, deflected out of bounds by Perkins. I'd be fine. Sidney's kind of passed up some deeper threes. She's hit a couple of them. If Grayson County is a player that I'd be fine with taking a heat check, she's definitely one of them.
Yeah, after getting a few in her, definitely wouldn't mind to see a couple more, but you got to commend her for letting the open shots come to her and not trying to force anything.
Right side, Lydia Jones. Bounce pass to Wardlow over top of Perkins. The roll is there. Wardlow listed at 5'11". She's tall and lengthy.
Pretty good post up right there.
On a smaller player, it's Sidney Perkins. Van Meter to the volleyball line to Jennings. 2:50 left in the first half. 20-14, Warren East on top. Inside to Bowman. Bowman, the triple team comes. Bowman's looking for help, and 3 seconds is going to be called on Bowman. The triple team came, and she had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of those two where, as a more experienced player, you call timeout.
Yeah.
You've got that in your pocket. You've got 5 of them.
I don't know if she took a dribble there either. She possibly could have dribbled out to the free throw line too.
And as an 8th grader, it's just experience in those moments will only come with time. Collins, pass knocked away. Kept by Warren East. Carver, 3 at the top of the key. Bounces off. Rebound on the floor is Blanton for Grayson County. Blanton looks for help and finds it finally with Sutton Van Meter, who breaks it at the logo. 20-14. Perkins drives downhill on the right lane. Shots up. Good. But I think they're waving the shot off. Is the basket good or no?
No, he called it back on the floor between just past the three-point line. The girl was riding her pretty hard there, and he did call it early.
Jones, second team second. Coming out is Lydia Jones. Kennedy Lawson will come back in. It'll be Perkins to trigger from underneath of her own basket. Up top to Blanton. Blanton curls around the defender. The take off the right side, runs into the defender. Shot is missed. Rebound out of bounds off of Warren East. Mike McClintock, I think, wanted a foul on Wardlow on the inside, but I actually think she might have done a pretty good job staying straight up.
Yeah, another good job by Isabel there, though, that she did attack the basket, didn't get it to roll, but you do like to see the energy for her.
This is some of the most aggressive I've seen Isabel play
for sure.
in her Lady Cougar career. Between the circles, Bowman passes
Good
off to
pass.
Jennings on the inside. That time she's fouled. Wardlow ain't going to get it. That time she clearly did from the backside.
Yeah, that was a really good pass.
They're going to not call it on Wardlow. They're going to call it on Collins instead.
Down on the
Her
body.
second, team's third. It was either or.
Yeah, a good cut right there by Allie on that flex cut along the baseline, and Peyton got it to her at the right place.
2 shots for Jennings. First one good. Jennings on the year, 68% from the line. There's one thing this Lady Cougar, we mentioned Warren East struggles from the free throw line. Grayson County, 15th in the state in free throw percentage. 71.3%. And the second shot missed by Jennings. She gets her own rebound, though, and bounce pass back out front, though, to Isabel Blanton. Into the far corner to Bowman. Bowman drives. Carver goes for the steal. Jump ball, possession, Warren East.
Jump ball stays with the Lady Raiders.
1:50 left here in this first half of play. Timeout on the floor taken by Mike McClintock. We'll take it with him. 20-15, Warren East leads. It's Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
Trail Warren East as we get ready to rejoin the game here. 1:50 left in the first half of play. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. It's good to see Mr. McGee here.
Been a few games since he's been here.
He was here on Friday.
Okay.
In the boys' game against Holmes, but it was good to see him back. And I always appreciate as Carver will do the handoff pass, gives it off to Madison Lawson, inside to Wardlow, back up top to Carver. Right side three is short. Rebound on the floor. Jennings picks it up for Grayson County. Gives it off to Van Meter for the Lady Cougars with 90 seconds left in the first half. I always appreciate as that game was against Holmes, when a team that doesn't know Mr. Spirit gets to experience him for the first time. Inside pass deflected, loose ball. Jennings is able to run it down in the corner, though. Bounce pass is kicked.
Yep.
But Holmes, it's always great to see teams that, because obviously even Warren East probably might know a little bit about Mr. Spirit, but Holmes from the Northern Kentucky area, they've experienced him in the 2017 state tournament when the Lady Cougars played, but it's not like any of those players, obviously in a boys game, are on that team, or maybe their sister was. Hand off to Van Meter, has it in between the circles, 1:10 to play in the first half. Right side Bowman. Up top to Blanton. Swings it off left side to Perkins. Perkins has been the leading scorer in this game. Under a minute to go in the first half of play, 20-15. Grayson County trails by 5 here against Warren East. They led 9-6 at one point. Inside pass deflected, loose ball. Blanton's got it for Grayson. Bounce pass on the cut to Van Meter. Shots up and missed. Looking for a foul, it wasn't there. Rebounded by Warren East. Gives it off to Madison Lawson up the far side of the floor. Lawson spins, and now Van Meter is going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be her second and the team's second.
Yeah, you'd almost give credit to Lawson right there for turning into Sutton as she was running down the floor. But I don't think she knew Sutton was coming either, and they just kind of collided. Tough call for Sutton.
30 seconds left in the first half of play, 20-15, Grayson County trails Warren East. And Lady Raiders might be fine to run this clock out and take a shot. Up top, pass deflected, and the Lady Raiders are able to keep it. Madison Lawson back up top to Carver, wide open, deep three, good. Carver's first three of the game, 23-15, 7 seconds and counting. Van Meter weaves through, dribbles it off of her foot, picked back up by Warren East. An outlet pass to Madison Lawson, driving down with 2 seconds. Off the glass at the buzzer, the shot is no good. 23-15, Warren East leads Grayson County as we hit halftime. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars trail the Lady Raiders of Warren East 23-15 at the half. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith back here with you. And Stephen, I think that the first half of play, I mean, we mentioned the keys to the game for Coach Mack. Take care of the ball and rebounding. I would say, take care of the ball is probably like a half check mark, but rebounding's probably 2 checks.
Yeah, I think they really rebounded well. Again, if you look at the matchup, you see as far as size goes, we may even we may be a little bit taller than they are top to bottom. But, man, those guards are quick. But, yeah, probably a few bad decisions that we made with the ball. But for the most part, I think you're okay. And rebounding has definitely been a bright spot for us and probably kept it as close as it has been.
23-15. I mean, the biggest thing is that Warren East took the timeout with 1:30 left in the first quarter of play. Grayson County was up 9-6 at that point. So in the last 9.5 minutes of action, Grayson County scored 6 points. That's not going to win you a lot of games.
No, and like we were talking about before, I think if you go back and you ask their coach, if the score were to hold and they go ahead and win this game, you would look at that could have been the key point right there.
Grayson County trails 23-15. Coming up on the halftime show, run down the scores from around the region and get you ready for half number 2. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars trail the Lady Raiders 23-15 at the half. See if we can't run on a score two from around the region to bring you in. I'm assuming this is boys basketball. It is boys basketball, okay. Caverna leads Bethlehem 38-33 at the half. Score updates as well to bring you as we go through some scrolling through. Owensboro Catholic in girls basketball defeats Hancock County 85-43. Metcalfe County defeats Russellville in girls basketball 67-12. And honestly, that's most of the scores that I have to bring you. I know that there's a big all-A game happening today at McLean County as Owensboro Catholic takes on McLean. As that game goes along, we'll be sure to bring you some updates of that. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. I know right now the College Football Playoff National Championship is kicking off, I think, pretty much as we speak. Steven, Michigan or Washington?
Gosh, that's a tough pick, Sam. I don't like going with the Big Ten, but I'm probably going to have to pick Michigan.
But see, the thing is, both of the Big Ten starting next year.
Yeah,
I have a friend who's a big Ten fan, and he was making a comment. He says, I would have never guessed Michigan-Washington would have been the national championship. I said, well, what probably surprised you even more that I could tell you that next year Michigan-Washington is a conference game.
Yeah.
He says, oh, yeah, no, you're not wrong about that.
Exactly.
We'll take a break, 23-15. We'll run down the scoring from this game after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County drills Warren East 23-15 at the half. Let's run down the scoring for the first half of play. First for the Lady Raiders of Warren East. As we touched on it in the open, they spread out their scoring, and that's exactly what they've done right now. Their leading scorer, Sam Carver, she has 5 points. Kennedy Lawson also has 5 points. 4 points for Riley Jones, 3 points for Lydia Jones, 2 points each for Kenzie Upton, Madison Lawson, and Breland Wardlow. For Grayson County, it's 11 points for Sydney Perkins, 2 for Isabel Blanton, and then 1 each for Allie Jennings and Bree Jones. Grayson County only had 1 shot from the field made by a player not named Sydney in that first half of play. Grayson County trails 23-15. Second half is next here on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Lady Cougars trail 23-15 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Sam Gormley and Steven Smith with you. And, Steven, I think that, you were within scoring distance here. You're with striking distance here. You're down 23-15. Now, you're going to have to start making shots, and somebody other than Sydney is going to have to stop up and make it. As we touch, 11 from Sydney, 2 from Isabel, 1 from Bree, and 1 from Allie. That's not going to get it done as we're underway here in the second half of play. And we're going to have zone coming from Warren East. I'm not sure how much we've seen that in this first half of play. And Van Meter was trapped inside to Perkins. The pass is knocked away, taken away by Riley Jones. An outlet pass to Lawson, who drives the baseline, blocked out of bounds by Jennings. Madison Lawson blocked out.
Yeah, when you see that much scoring coming from one person, you almost look for a junk defense, boxing one, something like that to key on Sydney. They didn't do it that first time, but you might be able to expect to see that.
It'd be hard for me to not run a box and one against this Grayson County team every time. Down the left side, Lydia Jones shots up. Good, and she's fouled by Grayson County. Bree Jones will be guilty of the foul, her first, team's first. And Lydia Jones will go to the line to try and convert on the and one. Lydia Jones, 56.2% from the line. She's also a good softball player. 413 with 41 ribeyes last year for the softball team. And makes the free throw there for 6 points on the game. 26-15, the lead is now double digits. And this year coming up here for Grayson County, I think I start to hear Stephen Kenny Loggins playing in her headsets there because this is a danger zone right now. Into the corner. It is Jones. Gets around the defender, drives the baseline, goes up, shots blocked by Jones on the inside. Jones rejects Jones.
That was a pretty good take right there. Maybe it was a little bit off balance, but she did attack the goal pretty good right there.
Mike McClintock wants a timeout. 7:17 left in the third quarter. It's 26-15. Lady Cougars trail. It's Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
(26-15), 7:17 left in the third quarter of play. Mike McClintock takes that 30-second timeout, probably to draw something up. Grayson County just needs a basket right now just to open up the scoring. They try to get it to Perkins in the corner. She's checked out of bounds, able to save it in somehow. Back to Jennings. The volleyball line to Van Meter. Perkins moving just a little bit slow, but she seems to be okay. Jones in the near corner. Lawson on her hip, driving in. Flip shot by Jones is missed, but she's going to go to the line after being fouled by Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson, it's like she put super glue on Bree Jones. She was not leaving her hip at all.
Yeah, and it's almost, we were talking about how they're, we probably are a little bit taller than them. In that thought, they can switch, and the mismatch is not going to be any worse than it was if they're all about the same size. Pretty good defensive intensity here by Warren East starting out in the second half.
First free throw in and out by Bree Jones. The second one coming for the 8th grader is good. She puts that in. The one thing that Warren East is more so than Grayson County is quicker. They're very quick.
Definitely. And was just looking at that in that last time out. Their scoring is so balanced that you can't, they don't rely on one person to score all their baskets like we have.
Inside to Kennedy Lawson. She kicks it off now to her sister, as that was to Madison Lawson. She drives and she's fouled. I think they called it on the floor. They do. And it'll be whistled on Blanton. Her second, team's second. And it'll be Kennedy Lawson to trigger in. Kennedy Lawson and Madison Lawson, the twins for Warren East. 3 right side, and it is off the back of the iron and missed. Jones with a rebound as Madison Lawson couldn't put the 3 in. Jones right up the middle for Grayson County, coast to coast, little Euro step into the corner to Blanton. Doesn't take the 3, passes it up, gives it to Jones, gives it to Van Meter, topside 3, doesn't drop. Rebounded by Lydia Jones for Warren East to Carver. An outlet inside to Jones, inside the left side, crossing it to Madison Lawson, who puts the shot in. Madison Lawson's got a pair of shots now, 28-16. Grayson County just trying to keep themselves in this game. 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Pretty good execution on that fast break.
Jones gives it off into the corner to Perkins, who runs the baseline. 3, turnaround, missed. Rebound on the floor is picked up there by Madison Lawson for Warren East. Lawson up the far side of the floor. Feeds it off to Kennedy Lawson. Inside the post to Jones. Bounce pass to Lydia Jones. Lydia Jones fouled from behind by Jennings. And Lydia Jones will go to the line for 2 shots. For Allie, that'll be her second, team's third.
She did a pretty good job of not denying there, and the Jones girl was able to get a handle on it a little bit quicker. And because she was overplaying on the top side, she was able to turn back around pretty quick and draw the foul.
I was mentioning earlier that we have a lot of Joneses on both sides here. Obviously Brian and Elena on the Grayson County bench. Bree Jones, who plays for Grayson County. You've got 3 Joneses on the Warren East roster. I'm just glad, though, that we don't have official Brian Jones here today. And I like Brian Jones a lot, the official. Both free throws missed by Jones that was by Lydia Jones. But there'd just be too many Joneses. Jones drives down the right side, layup, good, aggressive take. Bree Jones says, I'm a Jones too, and I can put it in.
We'll even give a shout out to Brian's parents that are up visiting from Florida. Good to have them with us, and I know they're big time watchers of K105.
Exactly, I know they're usually locked in and watching at home, and usually they'll leave a comment or something. Driving the baseline, shot off the right side, missed by Lawson. Her putback, though, is good for Madison Lawson. She's got 6 points to match the leading scores. Warren East right now, Lydia Jones 6 points, Madison Lawson 6 points, Kennedy Lawson 5 points, Sam Carver 5 points. If that's not balanced scoring, I don't know what is.
Yeah, and their season average is kind of inclined to that same thing there, so they do a pretty good job.
Van Meter all alone from 3, right side. It's an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds into the Grayson County cheerleaders. Kennedy Green and Ella Narvaez got to check into the game for Grayson. Blanton and Jennings come out. 4:54 to go in the third quarter. Grayson County trails 30-18. You don't usually see Sutton drop an air ball.
No, that was a good look, too. She was wide open. I don't know if maybe she was too open to get a good shot off. But
Lawson drives, kicks it to her sister, Kennedy Lawson. Back up top to Carver. Back to Kennedy Lawson on the left side. Lawson at the free throw line, picks it up. Back up top now to Madison Lawson. Back to Kennedy Lawson on the right side. Let's Jones goes by, pulls up from the free throw line, and now she will airball one out of bounds. Now we're even. Okay, let's switch off, and air balls are done, I guess, for the day.
Probably don't see a lot of those from her either, I would guess.
No. You'd be seeing them from me if I get out there. Bree Jones up the far side of the floor. 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Driving downhill is Jones. Bounce pass to the middle into Green is taken away by Collins. It's probably one that you want to see Bree just take it to the hole.
Go on up, yeah.
Kennedy Lawson drives in, floater with the right hand, off the glass is missed. Rebound bouncing around off the head of Jones, goes into the far corner and picked up by Warren East. Driving and curling. Back up top 3, Kennedy Lawson is in and out. Another rebound by Jones, goes through her legs as she tried to feed it off. It's picked up by Carver for Warren East. And I like here, they're going to cross it now. Left alone and driving in is Madison Lawson, and we're going to blow the whistle before the shot. A offensive foul on the clear out is going to be called on Kiani Collins, her third, team's second.
I didn't see it, but I heard Coach Mack hollering at it even over the headset there, so it must have been pretty blatant.
And you don't see any real complaint from Jenny Neville, the head coach of Warren East.
No.
The double team comes. Perkins breaks it to Van Meter, crossing it to the near side to Jones. Jones drives, picks up her dribble. Probably shouldn't have done that. Gives it to the top of the key to Perkins. So one thing with this Grayson County team, they need to know how to continue the dribble.
Yeah,
and it's been a thing for a couple of years. Is picking up the dribble 9 times out of 10 is going to be a bad thing.
Yeah, just like what we were talking about that Isabel was doing in the first half. She wasn't stopping. She was going on in to get the layup. They all weren't falling, but they were good shots and exactly what you want to see from the ball handler. Go in there until they stop you and make them foul you.
Wardlow comes back into the game for Warren East, as does one more player that snuck in there. And Van Meter hits the deck after. Seems to be okay. Perkins drives in, lowers the shoulder, shot off the right side is missed. And a foul on the rebound is going to be called on Ella Narvaez as Kenzie Upton went for the rebound, and Ella Narvaez came over the middle looking like Ray Lewis, taking out Kenzie Upton. And she knew it immediately. For Ella, that'll be her second.
few times would I see a play in girls high school basketball that would remind you of Ray Lewis, but that may have been it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except hers was not intentional. Off to the right side to Lydia Jones. Inside pass to Wardlow. Cross it off to the left wing. Little ball fake by Kennedy Lawson. Left side, flips it into the corner to Upton. Back up top, Carver at the free throw line. It was poked out, goes into the hands, though, of Lydia Jones in the corner. Lydia Jones curls around with the right hand. The floater good. 32-18, Warren East on top. 2:50 left in the third quarter. Lady Cougars do throw it away, but it's saved in bounds. Narvaez has it. Jones drives, picks up the dribble to Narvaez on the right wing. Narvaez tried to feed it back up top. It's deflected and taken away by Carver. Carver bounce pass down to the right block to Lawson. Off balance shot is missed. Green is fouled from behind by Wardlow.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy call there.
Her first.
You know, I was thinking, Sam, I don't know what the fourth region is stacking up to be. I know Franklin Simpson's probably leading it on the girls' side. But come March, this could be a tough out.
It is. It's probably not a team you necessarily want to see. Jones up the near side of the floor. Outlet pass to Perkins, who pulls up from 18 feet on the left side. Little too long. Rebounded by Wardlow. Got Barron County in there, who Warren East just beat. Bowling Green has been the definitive winner of that. Three top of the key put in by Lydia Jones.
Those are the type of possessions that you don't want to see. Ball handler brings it up. Nobody picks her up. She steps up the three-point line, knocks a three down.
Jones trapped in the backcourt. They give it off to Green. Wardlow goes into the bench and passed down to Perkins. And Wardlow is slow to get up as she went diving after the play and went crashing into the scores table right in front of public address announcer Brian Payton. And she says she's good. Perkins will go to the line to shoot two. Foul was called on Kennedy Lawson, her second, team's fourth. Perkins, 74.1% on the season for the senior.
Nothing wrong with 74. You'd almost expect it to be a little bit higher. As well
She
as
has, in her traditional, has been around 80. Misses the first.
Madison Lawson returning to the Lady Raider lineup.
Yeah, Sam, here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. You get 35-18. If there would be any way to get this under 10 here in the next couple minutes for the Lady Cougars to have a chance to come back, you'd really want to see that.
Because the one positive is if you can do that is Warren East, not a great free throw shooting team. Perkins misses both free throws. That's not how you're going to do it. Narvaez, though, helps out by getting the offensive rebound. Perkins on the take off the right side. Baskets miss. But Perkins will get two more shots here at the line.
Only 4 seconds come off and you get two free ones, so if you're going to get back in, this is going to have to be one of the ways. I know she missed both of those, but we're going to have to hit free throws from here on out.
Two more coming from Sydney, and that one's good. 35-19 is the game here. Because, Warren East's not a great free throw shooting team, and if you're trying to come back on a team, that's the kind of team you want to come back on.
Yep.
Both free throws good there by Perkins. Into the game, Riley Jones for Warren East. And I saw what I thought was another player, but it was actually Jenny Neville, the head coach, because she's wearing a blue quarter zip that matches the color blue of their jerseys. And I saw it out of my peripheral, and I was getting ready to try and find out who the second player was. But I don't think Jenny Neville is going to come in. She was a good basketball player for this Warren East team. Part of in that mid-90s stretch when they were in one of their more successful stretches is inside the lane. The shot is missed by Martyr. Putback, though, is good by Martyr. She got her own rebound. She played for Blaine Embry there in the mid-90s, and if you know anything about Bowling Green basketball, there would be if you'd write Bowling Green basketball history, there'd have to be a couple of chapters on Blaine Embry. He coached just about every program in that area. 18 feet on the right side by Jones is an air ball out of bounds. And went on to play basketball, did Jenny Neville, at Lindsey Wilson.
Okay.
1:16 left in this third quarter. It's 37-20. Mike McClintock coming to talk to, he wants an explanation from the official Mitchell Butler. And whatever Mitchell Butler's explanation was, he's not happy. He now wants the explanation from Joe Jeffries instead.
Yeah, the first guy looked like he was pretty convinced he was right. But it looks like Coach Mack wants a little bit more.
I guess he was asking for if the ball was tipped, and that's why it was an air ball?
Well, and we've said about this before, that Coach Mack's going about it in the right way. Well, now maybe he's going to start yelling a little bit, but he was going about it right.
This very well could be, too. You will see coaches who will do this.
Get their team fired up.
Exactly. I don't know how much it actually works as Carver in the lane. Up top on the right wing, they feed it into Martyr. Martyr's putback is missed. Jones with a rebound. She's probably fouled by Martyr, no whistle. Jones up the far side of the floor, angles back towards the near side, pulls up from inside the free throw line. It's a duck off the back of the iron and miss. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 37-20. Warren East on top of Grayson County. This game started really well for the Lady Cougars, but the wheels have kind of fallen off since that point. In the corner, Carver, three is short. Long rebound chased down by Bowman for the Lady Cougars. Bowman flips it off to Van Meter. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Off to the right side to Jones. They leave her alone from three. A little too long. Rebounded by Carver for the Lady Raiders. Up to Lydia Jones. Lydia Jones at the right elbow. Handoff pass now crossing it to the left wing to Madison Lawson with 14 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
One thing, Sam, I don't think there's anything in Warren East that says we're going to hold it for the last shot. They're going to turn their offense over. And
Martyr misses the shot in the lane with 4 seconds left. Grayson County's got a chance. 2 seconds. Van Meter from half court at the buzzer. Oh. It's no good. The end of the third quarter of play. It is Warren East on top of Grayson County, 37-20. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors. In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
7-20, Grayson County trails Warren East. We're just looking down at the score of the College Football National Championship because we were at Warren East last year. I remember during the College Football National Championship, and it was hilarious because we were sitting there, and every time we would refresh it, Georgia scored again.
Yeah.
I think it was only like 60-6 was the final score of that game. This one, not quite that bad, but Michigan is on top. I won't give the score in case you're watching and recording. Michigan is winning right now, though. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything more than that. Warren East on top of this game, 37-20. They're going to start this quarter with the ball. Working from right to left on the radio dial. It's to Riley Jones up top. Lydia Jones now guarded by Kennedy Green for Grayson County. Lady Cougars have stuck with their man-to-man defense. They zoned early on in that game they played 10 days ago against this team, and not the right decision. Yeah, Warren East made them pay for the decision to zone. Man-to-man hasn't been bad today. I think you've seen some good moments, but I think there's also been some moments to really work on. In the corner to Lawson. Back up top, swinging it off to Kennedy Lawson. Handoff pass to Carver. Now to Madison Lawson. Drives it in off to Kennedy Lawson. Right side three is short. Rebounded by Jones for Grayson. She's fouled. No whistle. Green's able to get it back, though, because she was fouled, and it gives it to Van Meter. Nice job by Kennedy being in the right spot at the right time. Now she wasn't ready for a pass. Is able to get it, though, from Van Meter. Jones back behind to Bowman with 6:56 left in this game. Pass deflected and taken away by Madison Lawson. Madison Lawson down the right side in on Van Meter. Madison Lawson off the glass. Basket good. Lawson's got 8 points in the game. It is 39-20 with 6:40 left in the fourth quarter of play. Into the middle to Jones. Free throw line. Jones has it off to the left wing to Bowman. Little ball fake. Bowman drives. That's a shot she needs to just take.
Yeah,
as it comes away here for Warren East down the left side. Inside to Carver. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a shot Peyton should have shot right off the bat right there.
And that'll be one of those that when they go back and watch film tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever it might be, that I'm sure Coach Mack will point out and say, listen, you can shoot. Shoot it.
Yep. I'm not going to take you out for taking a good shot.
No. And if he does, then it's on him.
Right, exactly.
Up the near side comes Bree Jones. She stops and gives it to Perkins on the right wing. Three off the back of the iron. Rebound, Blanton on the inside. Blanton flips it up. Too hard on the interior. Blanton's had some aggressive takes. Did I see?
May have been better on that one, Sam. She got it right in the middle of the lane. I don't know if she didn't realize that she was as open as she was. Could have just went back up on it, decided to take a couple dribbles, but probably would have been able to make that first one.
Foul was called on Blanton. That's her team's first of this, or her third, team's first of the fourth quarter of play here. So it's 39-20. Warren East well in control of this game with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter of play. I think you're seeing the aggression from Isabel, though, something that I know Coach Mack was wanting to see. As there's a three by Lawson, rebounded by Carver on the inside on the left block. Carver flips it off, gives it back now to Kennedy Lawson, who misses the shot on the inside. This time Kennedy Green gets the loose ball, flips it off to the guard, Sydney Perkins. Perkins up the near side of the floor, back towards the middle, angles back and tried to feed the pass into the corner to Blanton, but nice trail defense. I think Carver got her hand in and knocked that out of bounds. Collins in for Warren East. Carver will take a seat. Jennings in for Grayson County. And it will be Kennedy Green out. A couple of good minutes, though, for Kennedy there.
I mean, you give credit where credit's due, Sam. You look at this Warren East team, and you don't see a whole lot of holes. Maybe if a team had a really big that they could put in there that could score from the post, but otherwise they do a pretty good job.
I think really your Achilles heel is free throws.
Yeah.
53%,
yeah.
But that's something that you can fix,
yeah.
Especially for a team that shoots pretty well.
Yeah.
Blanton up top, bounce pass into Jones, curls it around. Jones, nice move, cuts to the hole and lays it in on the right side for Bree Jones. Nice little cut by Jones to put it up, 39-22. Lawson up in between the circles to Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson kicks it into the far corner to Riley Jones. Back up top now to Madison Lawson. Timeout on the floor taken here by Warren East. 5 minutes to go, 39-22. Warren East on top. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
39-22, Grayson County trails Warren East. Earlier today, the newest edition of the Third Region Media Poll was released. The poll here in the top 10, Owensboro Catholic 1, Meade County 2, Owensboro 3, Davis County 4, Breckenridge County was 5th, Edmondson County was 6th, Grayson County holds steady at 7th, Butler in 8th, Hancock in 9th, McLean is in 10th, Ohio County was in 11th, also receiving votes there for them. That's the media poll. If you're ever interested in seeing that, you can go to any of our social media channels. You can go to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It's on there at K105 Sports. You can also go to the K105 Facebook page. That's something that we put together every week because we have a group of about 8 to 12 media representatives that vote pretty consistently. And I like it because it gives us a good balance throughout the region. You get to learn about how some teams feel.
The reason I like it is none of those people that vote are named Dennis Cook.
That is true. I have not dropped our standards that much. Collins in the lane, shots missed, rebounded by Perkins for Grayson County. 39-22, 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Now I will say that our Grayson County representative that votes is not much better.
You know him pretty well.
I do. I don't like to admit it, but I happen to see him every morning. It's usually the first thing I see, and it kind of scares me every morning when I go to the restroom and look into the mirror. 4:30 left in the fourth quarter. We have a foul called at the top of the key. It's called on Wardlow. Just it's her third. I just have it as her second, but we'll trust the scoreboard. 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. Warren East leads 39-22. Jones in between the circles, driving downhill. Jones tried to flip the shot up. Might have been partially blocked by Jones on the inside, the Warren East Jones. Now they pass length of the floor to the other Jones, Riley Jones, and she wasn't able to pull it in. Sam Carver comes back in for Warren East. Looking ahead for Warren East, they will travel to Caverna. That game will be on the 16th, so they have over a week off until their next game. They will travel there, and they go on continue their little road trip at Caverna, at Glasgow, at South Warren. So you got a district game and then a rivalry game against South Warren as Warren East, remember, they moved to a new district prior to last season, as Perkins is going to be fouled on the floor by Lawson.
Yeah.
No, rather they call it on Lydia Jones. That'll be her third, team second.
Yeah,
their new district is Barron County, Glasgow, and Allen County, Scottsville.
That's the district that I played in when I was in high school at the school down the road against those other three teams.
Yeah, we can't mention that school.
Right.
Jones tried to feed the pass off to Perkins. She got it and then tried to give it to Jennings, but it was knocked out of bounds. It's probably one for Bree that just take it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were really flat on the lane right there, or on the baseline with Sydney, and Allie was open on the other side. She just didn't have the angle.
I mean, and Sydney also was being guarded by the best defender on the floor in the baseline. Blanton, an aggressive take, can't get it again on that right side. Isabel's been aggressive today, just hasn't been able to quite get one to fall.
Again, may have been good for her if she would have just taken a.
Jones is going to foul Jones. See, this is where we need the official, Brian Jones, to have made that call. Brian Jones, assistant coach, looks on.
Yeah.
See, because it could have been Jones fouls Jones, called by Jones as Jones looks on, and Jones looks behind Jones.
Jones
yes,
look on.
Yes, there's plenty of Joneses in the building tonight, off the back of the iron. And some are related, some are not. This is Lydia Jones at the line, and she misses her first free throw. She's now 1 of 4 in the game. See, Mr. Spears has found his hat.
I wasn't going to say anything earlier, but he came in wearing a really big, heavy UK coat. First time I've ever seen him not wearing head-to-toe Grayson County. Not going to complain about him.
I hear you complaining.
Him sporting the Kentucky gear, but he's back in his.
Blanton falls and grabs, and she might have rolled her ankle there. She immediately reaches down to grab her left ankle, and, well, nope, she says, I'm fine. Like, assistant coach Brian Jones came over to check her out, and she pretty much gave her the hand, said, I am fine.
Yeah, that's one of those things. She feels okay right now. May have just barely tweaked it a little bit, but
it just don't feel good, you know?
You just got to run it off.
And Perkins, or Van Meter has her pocket picked by Carver, and then Van Meter's going to be called for a foul. For Van Meter, that'll be her third, team second. She's going to stay on the floor. Be one of those two where sometimes Coach Mack might almost have to protect his player and say it's an 18-point game, 3:12 to go. Isabel, we need you on Friday when Grayson County hosts Butler County here. Because, I mean, Grayson only has 2 games in the next, 2 weeks here as they play both district games, home against Butler, and then good old Whites Vegas. As they take on Whitesville Trinity. Off the glass on the right side, basket good by Kennedy Lawson. She's got 7 points in the game. Sworn East team beat Whitesville Trinity a couple of weeks ago, 87-41. Hand off pass to Blanton, 42-22, Warren East on top. 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Bree Jones drives, kicks to Van Meter, 3, left side, good for Sutton Van Meter. Her first points of the game.
Pretty good possession right there. Bree did the right thing, penetrated and kicked out to the open shooter.
Inside pass deflected by Van Meter, or by Perkins. And running it back up top, Collins. Hand off pass to Lawson. Madison Lawson can't get the runner to fall. Rebounded by Jennings with 2:25 to go in the fourth quarter. 42-25. Perkins bounce pass to Blanton in the corner. Blanton's now going to drive it in. Blanton off the glass. Nice move for Isabel Blanton and puts it in on the right side. Timeout on the floor. Taken by Mike McClintock with 2:17 to go. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 15-point game, 2:17 left. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
It's the 15-point lead. A little 5-0 run, though, by the Lady Cougars. They're not going away quietly. It's inside the lane, shot off balance, and the roll is good by Kenzie Upton. I don't know how that one rolled in, but sometimes it better be lucky.
Yeah, this is one of those times, Sam, you're playing for pride right now. Game's a foregone conclusion, but you're going to find out what you're made of right here.
In the corner, Perkins. You're playing because you got Butler County on Friday. Perkins, little curl shot from 10 feet is missed. Long rebound chased down by Madison Lawson. Carver, floater inside the free throw line. The bank is left open for Carver. She's got 7 points. Again, Warren East's scoring today is just wildly spread out. They have played to their averages. Bounce pass inside to Jennings, all alone. Basket, nice play made by Allie Jennings, putting it on that left side. Bree Jones picks up the assist. It's a couple of assists on these last couple of possessions, too, from Bree.
Yeah, like I say, you have the opportunity here to run soft and see what it looks like.
Deep three by Carver, right side, pops in and out. Perkins with another loose board for Grayson. She's probably got about 7 rebounds in this game.
I was getting ready to say she's probably pushing a double-double.
Bounce pass to Van Meter in between the circles. Warren East will go to the substitutions. See if Grayson County will follow. Turnaround jumper for Van Meter. Does not drop. Long rebound chased down by Blanton in the far corner. Off to the left wing to Van Meter with 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of play. 46-29. Jones down the lane off the glass. The roll's there for Bree Jones. Downhill drive on the right side. Let's see if Warren East will just take a timeout and make it as they will.
Yeah.
Thought they'd call a timeout and bring in their younger players. Let's see if Mike McClintock. Are they going to take the 30, or are we just going to do a substitution? I think we're actually going to take. We're going to take the 30. Why not? Let's see if Mike McClintock will go to his bench here for these last 34 seconds, bring in some of his younger players as well. It doesn't appear that he will be the case. I do not want to make sure that we give a thank you to, well, I want to thank Connie Elmore too for bribing the broadcaster, which is always appreciated. But also we do want to make sure that we give a happy birthday shout out to Addison Spainhauer.
That's right.
On the Lady Cougar team. Addison's birthday is today, so happy birthday, Addison. I know she usually goes back and listens to this, so hope it was a great day. I know that the score probably isn't how you wanted it to go, but hope you enjoy it. And maybe a win on Friday will feel even better for your birthday. A little bit late.
That would be a big one.
33 seconds and counting. Warren East, brand new players into the game, including Autumn Brooks. You've got Brooklyn Neville in, who has it on the left side. Back up top to Autumn Brooks, who is their pitcher for the softball team. Inside the lane, shot missed by Martyr. Martyr is now fouled on the floor by Jennings. For Jennings, that will be her third. Team's fourth. It's going to remain on the floor. It'll be Neville to pass in, 19.1 on the clock. You've also got Tristan Lindsay in. And they give it into Martyr again, and Martyr is going to be fouled, and she will go to the line where she is 1 of 4 this season. And that'll be it for Allie. That'll be only Jennings' fourth, rather. 17.7. I thought that was her fifth, but I just said it was her third, the last one. And there's no such, well, I guess there is such thing as 2001.
I've heard of that happening.
I think you even got it one time, didn't you?
I may hold the record. I don't know. Somebody may have gotten 2, but I did have 6 fouls in one college game.
Can you repeat what you said?
Yeah, I'll give you the radio version. I got fouled and smarted off to the ref, and he gave me a technical.
Jones drives downhill down the left side. Shot is missed, but she'll go to the line now here with 11.2. And you admit that you very much deserve your technical foul.
I was just going to say, your comment the other night when I was telling you about that for the first time, did you deserve it? And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely deserved it.
And if a player admits that,
it's almost like the Happy Gilmore. He's the only player that tried to kill somebody with his skate.
Poor Bob Barker. 11.2 on the clock.
Rest in peace, Bob Barker.
He's up in the clouds along with Chubbs and
the alligator.
The alligator and his grandma, right? Mm-hmm. Second chance is good. 48-33. Bree Jones makes both free throws there. Up the far side of the floor, weaving through. Stolen by Jones with 6 seconds left. Feeds it down to Perkins with 4 seconds. Perkins off the glass. Basket good. And that will do it. Warren East defeats Grayson County tonight by a final score of 48-35. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. As again, your final, Warren East 48, Grayson County 35. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way. We are neighbors, helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
To Warren East by a final score of 48-35. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith back here in our little broadcast nook with you. I think it's a nook. Is that a good way to describe our little nook here?
Stand.
Yes, because it's funny because since I've been here, this is now my 6th year, I've had 3 different broadcast vantage points in here and really should have had a 4th, but I refused to go into what used to be right above where I'm pointing right now into what I classified as the hamster cage.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really want to go up there because I felt like I'm far enough up here. Then we used to be right there.
Okay.
And I didn't really like that because we were sitting in the opposing fans.
Right.
And there was one time that there was a member of the fan base, of an opposing fan base, that got into an argument with one of our crew members during the game. And I had to turn around and look at said person from said fan base, who shall remain nameless. It's a fan base you might know very well, and say, are we really doing this? But there's good story time to you. I'm not naming any fan bases, but you might know them. I don't know. You might not. I don't know. Grayson County falls tonight 48-35 in this game. And, Stephen, I think good, and I feel like this is such a cliche, good things, bad things, not what we expected.
Well, yeah, I can't say that I'm really surprised about the eventual outcome, but there were some positives I think we can take away, mainly the rebounding in the first half. Really came out, attacked the boards really well. Probably one of the factors that held us in the game for that long. But the main thing is right now is you got to bounce back and start thinking about Butler County because that's a big one Friday night.
Grayson County falls tonight by the final score of 48-35. We'll take a break, talk to Coach Mack. After this, this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars fall to Warren East tonight by a final score of 48-35. We're now joined by Coach Mack. And, Coach, I thought, especially in that first quarter, I mean, Stephen and I were talking. I wasn't at the game when you played Warren East 10 days ago, but I know he described as maybe the worst start you could potentially have. I mean, 17-0, you blinked and it was that way.
Yeah.
And today you were up 9-6, and I thought that you mentioned in your open, one of your big keys to the game was rebounding, and I thought rebounding, especially to start, was excellent.
Well, I thought we did that real well, and I thought for us going to man-to-man the whole game, that the girls did a real good job of that. And down at Logan County, they just ripped by us when we went man later on, and I just thought tonight the kids really played hard, and I told them, I said I'm not really into moral victories, but when you cut a 27-point game down to a 13-point game, that is some success. That means they're working hard, and hopefully we're getting better.
Oh, I think without question, and I think to me, one of the players that really stood out. She scored 4 points, but I thought it was the aggressiveness that Isabel played with she was. I know you mentioned to me off air that you were hoping that she would shoot it more.
Yeah.
And she was driving. It wasn't falling, but for you as a coach, you probably had to love she was taking it.
Yes, we do. But, when I say she's passing up shots, she's a good enough shooter that, she needs to think maybe shot first and then, maybe get them out on her. Then she can go by them. And she does a real good job. And I thought there was – I did. I thought there were several times she got fouled when she went in, and I thought it happened several times. So – but I'm proud of the girls. I know I don't like losing, and but I think it just shows that we're improving and that we still got work to do. But we'll get after it again tomorrow. Get ready for Butler.
How did you think your 55 was? Your man-to-man.
I thought it was.
What Travis calls
it was all right for us not playing it that much most of the year, but. We had a few breakdowns, and that's going to happen. Like we need to work on some help side stuff, especially down low. And we'll get that fixed. So I'm happy, Now I don't know how much man we'll play against Butler because they got a couple of bigs that can do some damage. But we'll see. We'll watch some more film.
I know Bree, for about 3 quarters, she didn't necessarily play bad, but I think she had some moments that she'd probably like to have back. She was kind of up and down, but I think she finished really strong. Which to me, I know the old time saying is it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
That probably is to make you feel good that as a young player, she didn't let 3 of her not-so-great quarters turn into 4.
Right. And I think, I know that Allie and Kennedy have done a good job on their inside play. Like I said, they was in spots where, they didn't get some help. And, Sid ended up guarding a girl inside on the post, and she did a good job on her. So, you know, and that's where, you know, Sydney hadn't really had to do that for us, and I thought, you know, she picked it up there and played good defense too. I don't like Steve said that, you know, I don't know. We started out really good rebound, and it probably tailed off as the game went on. But honestly, I think we may have got a little tired, but that was expected as hard as they were playing.
That's a really, really good team. Steven and I were talking. I mean, I know Bowling Green's down there. Franklin Simpson's really good, but I mean, heck, they just knocked off Barron. That could be the third best team in that fourth region.
Yeah.
And to be the third best team in the fourth region, you got to be pretty darn good.
That's right.
You mentioned them, but coming up on Friday, you've got Butler County. It's a team that you saw about 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, you play Warren East Butler.
Right.
And you had no, I guess you had Apollo in between them.
Yeah.
They're Butler. I mean, they're physical.
Yep.
They've got great posts. I know Ava Wilson. I know she's really improved down low.
Yeah.
But then they got the guard Leach.
Leach, yes.
Who I know can really, really shoot it. And then they got the Parker Willoughby. I know is a phenomenal softball player.
Yeah.
Luckily, I got to see them before they played before the boys when we were down there, and that helped me redo my memory a little bit. But what do you know about them, and how do you use these next 3 days to try and move to what would technically be 1-1 in the district?
It's like I told them that tomorrow we start. Number one thing we're going to work on is defense for Butler. Wednesday we'll probably do a lot of shooting, and then Thursday we'll probably do our game plan, and, you know, what we're going to do and everything, and make sure we got it.
Coach, I appreciate it. We will see you on Friday.
Appreciate everything you all do.
That's head coach Mike McClintock. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K1.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm, including the following counties that are portion sequence.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County 48-35. They lose to Warren East. Try to find a couple of quick score updates to bring you as we do the scroll through at the half. Owensboro Catholic leads McLean County 31-27. Girls basketball, Butler County leads Glasgow 24-22 at the half. That's the Lady Cougars' next opponent. Let's see what else we can't do. Caverna defeats Bethlehem in boys 83-71. And we mentioned that Owensboro Catholic and girls defeated Hancock County 85-43. That appears to be most of the scores to bring you. I know we had tweeted earlier, if you're on the Twitter, that the boys were playing tomorrow at Iroquois. Sounds like we might need to slow down on it. That might not actually happen. If it does happen, I will be there tomorrow to bring you radio coverage. If it doesn't happen, then I'm not driving to Iroquois High School.
I don't blame you, Sam.
No, do you know where Iroquois High School is?
Just that it's in Louisville,
There
and
you
that's
go.
far enough for me.
And it's right there by Churchill Downs, I think.
Okay.
So at least in that realm. So maybe I'll be at Iroquois tomorrow night. Maybe I won't. If it will be, though, it'll be on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose because the Cats play Missouri tomorrow night.
Yep.
Take a break. Wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County falls tonight to Warren East by a final score of 48-35. I don't like it, Stephen, here. They unplug. I understand they're trying to pack up, but they always unplug the scoreboard, and that's my crutch, that I always look at the scoreboard, and even though I have it written down on the piece of paper right here in front of us. But your final thoughts here on this game. I mean, I think when we talked about it in the open, this game, in a way, went the way we expected it to go.
Yeah, and listening to, I couldn't hear everything he was saying, but listening to Coach Mack there at the end, he talked about the score was closer. What that hopefully tells you is that your team is getting better. And then we talked about it quite a bit on air. That's a pretty good team we just watched.
It's a really good team.
Warren East is pretty solid, especially for their size. You can tell their guards really mesh well together, the Carver girl and then the two Lawson twins, and then you mix in the Jones girls. Just a pretty good ball club. And like we said, come tournament time, they may be a tough out in that fourth region.
It's one of those things that if you're Grayson County, you're very thankful that the next time you would potentially see that Warren East team would be at Rupp Arena in the state tournament.
Yep.
And I mean, and at that point, as I say, if you make it that far, it doesn't matter who you play.
Yeah,
doesn't matter who you play.
But really, like also what Coach was talking about now, you think about this one for a little while, but you're going to shift your focus to Butler County and start preparing for them tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and hopefully can even that up to 1-1 in the district.
Running down the scoring from this game really quick, Lydia Jones, 12 points for Warren East, and then here comes the balance. 8 points for Madison Lawson, 7 points each for Sam Carver and Kennedy Lawson, 4 points each for Kenzie Upton, Riley Jones, and Cecilia Martyr, and 2 points for Braylon Wardlow. For Grayson County, 15 points, Sydney Perkins, 10 points, Bree Jones, 4 points, Isabel Blanton, 3 points, Allie Jennings, 3 points for Sutton Van Meter. That game on Friday is a big doubleheader. Here's the thing, too, and I tell you this, if you're watching with us right now or listening with us, come out. I mean, that game on Friday is both. I really, truly expect both games to be well worth the, $5 to get in?
Yeah.
Get yourself a hot dog at the concession stand, and it'll be cheap entertainment. I hope this place is jam-packed and full because Butler County, I mean, listen, it's a rivalry. Then, I mean, Butler Grayson, they played a great physical game a couple of weeks ago, and then the boys, I mean, Butler County's boys in the third region media poll, the one that came out last week, were second. They've been first. They've been kind of back and forth between those two. So that's a really good team, and the boys will be ready to and fired up to play. So hopefully you can come out and enjoy that, and if not, we'll be here for you.
We'll be here. It should be a great atmosphere. I know going back to last year, some of the best games, obviously, that we had, and I don't know if the school promotes those better for the students, but the district games really brought everybody out. So, yeah, we need a full house and need everybody on our side that we can get come Friday night.
Because those Butler County people will come out from Morgantown.
They're going to come.
That's the best part about this, Stephen, is that I get to sit right here and don't have to go to Morgantown.
That's a really good point, yeah.
Because they're great people in Morgantown, but for broadcasters, not necessarily the most fun place.
They're going to be a bunch of them will come over here, so we need to outnumber them by a lot.
Yes. Because they won't be bringing any farm boy when they come. Maybe some catfish with them, but I don't know. That'll wrap up our coverage tonight. I want to be sure that we thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was Abby Howlett, and your director was Trey, son of Dennis Cook. So tonight, where Grayson County falls to Warren East, this is for Stephen Smith. This is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.